Greetings, traveler. I know it may be tempting not to heed warnings telling you to turn back now, but this one you might want to pay attention to if you're sensitive towards sexual content or foul language in a podcast. We will be swearing during this episode, and we will be talking about some not so PG 13 things. So, this is your one and only chance to turn back now. Please enjoy the show.
Me.
What? Did we decide on this bit beforehand? Is this a bit, or have you guys just lost it?
It's a reference, Jordan.
It's a reference.
Me.
Oh, what? Fire, swamps, and rodents of unusual size?
Dude, that's the wrong movie. That's Shrek.
No, we're talking about Joe.
Yeah. Me.
Oh, yeah, Joe. Are we having him on as a guest today?
Wait. Who's Joe?
Joe Mama.
Elderberries?
Hamsters? Cue intro time.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Nat 1 podcast, aka Nope, because nope, you're not gonna want to hear what we're about to have to say. I'm Pertusic.
I'm Levi.
And I'm Jordan.
Something Nat 1, something welcome, not want to talk.
We didn't record it last time. We didn't.
I know,
that.
we're gonna do it at the end.
We gotta remember.
I won't.
What the heck?
What?
When I can't watch you and I just hear the noises, I had to try and infer what that was. Jordan, don't. Not with that noise, no, please. Oh, hey everybody.
Oh,
Good morning.
Listeners, watchers alike, of whom we have an indifferent acknowledgement of.
They are here.
You should be indifferent because we don't have video watchers.
well, in that case, I'm mad.
But, you know who are watchers? We are.
Indeed.
Watchers of movies.
I think I am the supreme watcher. I win.
That's true. You're going to school for it.
Yup.
But I'm watching you right now.
Whoa.
No.
Oh.
No, you're not.
Oh,
No, I can still see you.
No.
Lord, I have mercy.
Now, this hole in the wall is a pretty good spot, I think.
That's crazy. I didn't know they made holes in the wall that big. Something learned every new day.
Okay.
I was
smell burnt
trying to say
Me.
it correctly is
Me.
the worst
Me.
part. I'm turning into Taryn.
God damn it.
Oh my goodness.
We are going
Movies.
to talk about comedy movies today.
Indeed.
Comedy.
Yeah, hopefully most comedy movies are just funny enough that people aren't passionate enough about it to like grill us for
Comedy.
our takes.
I am, and I will judge you.
Comedy
Dang.
Central.
There is a right answer. There will be a test.
Oh man, not another one. That's okay. We'll get you back on the rules test later.
True.
So, let's start with the simple question. And this goes for you at home, too.
Oh my
Write
God,
down-
he's pointing.
Write down in the comments or on the twit or stitch on the talk. Tell us. And now my co-hosts here. What's your favorite comedy movie? Start
We
with
definitely
our
wanna know.
film major. We do want to know, yes.
Yes. Okay. I have a couple. Because
That's
there
not
are
allowed. You can only
different-
have one.
no, there are different kinds of comedy, Levi.
That's not.
It's-
This is called the comedy episode.
I
Oh, no.
know.
One overarching type of comedy.
The only comedy
gonna-
movie. Dang, we've turned into the comedy movie.
Anyway, my favorite comedy movies, because I can't pick one. I will narrow it down to what is more traditionally comedy. I will save the talk about Wes Anderson for later in the episode.
Okay.
My two favorite comedy movies are Blues Brothers and Clue. It's a tie. Those are my two
Oh.
favorite comedies.
All right. I have not watched Blues Brothers in a long time, but I
I
watched it
love
when I
that
was a
movie.
kid. I loved it.
It's so
I haven't
funny.
watched Clue at all.
You've never seen Clue?
No, I've played the game.
I haven't seen Clue. Either.
Oh, that's what we're
Oh.
doing next time we hang out. I'm making you watch Clue and I'm making you watch Blues Brothers because Clue is the greatest comedic cinematic masterpiece in the world. No, because like the cast is perfect, the
Mhm.
writing is perfect. It is the most quotable movie.
Can I presume that it's just like the game, but they've made it into a movie?
Kind of, because that's also one of the other games. Because there is a Clue VCR version of Clue, which involves kind of a movie, which is also very funny. But
Oh.
the movie, it's kind of based on the board game, but only in name and character name.
Mm.
Yeah,
So is there a Colonel Mustard?
there is.
I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm
There
content.
is. You have all of your usual suspects, plus the butler, the maid, the cook, and I'm not going to spoil the 3 separate endings that the movie has.
Whoa, dude! It's
There are
just like
3 different
Bandersnatch.
endings.
So can I ask, why are these your favorite? What puts these above the other comedies you've seen without going into details?
It's so my top tier movie list changes a lot because I watch a lot of movies.
Mhm.
But these have stood the test of time because these are two of my most quoted, like these are two of my most quoted movies. That and Singing in the Rain. I quote Singing in the Rain all the time as well. But Clue is incredibly quotable. You can find almost anybody knows a quote from Clue without knowing that it's a quote from Clue. And there are so many parts of Clue that make it the perfect comedy, like the comedic timing, all of the people that are in it. There are a lot of very well-known comedic names in that movie, and the ensemble cast chemistry of that is so good. And then for Blues Brothers, I love movie musicals. I am the movie musical person. It is the perfect combination of movie musicals and just absurdist comedy. It's great. And I mean, you can't beat Carrie Fisher trying to blow up John Belushi.
True.
It's just like it's wonderful.
How else would they be the Blue Brothers if one of them didn't blow up because they had to blow?
That's
It's past tense.
not the no.
I'm gonna get blacklisted from comedy. Levi.
Hopefully.
What is your favorite comedy feature, Levi?
Favorite comedy.
Yeah.
Favorite comedy of all time. I
Yeah.
am only going to pick one.
Whoa.
I'm trying to think because I'm judging this based off of something I've watched that has made me laugh. How much does it make me laugh? How much do I get
He started laughing.
that reaction out of it? I've already said this once before, but I really like the Konosuba movie. It's really funny.
Still
But
haven't watched it.
I feel like that's kind of a step out of the bounds of traditional Western comedy. It's comedy. It's still comedy, and it's not hard to figure out how comedy works. But it's like people are like, "Ew, you watch anime too?" And so if we're thinking about in like Western style movies that I've watched that are in fact comedic.
Yeah.
Really recently, I've mentioned this a couple times outside of the podcast already, but really recently I watched Doctor Strangelove. That was really funny, but I don't know if it's my favorite. I really like the Austin Powers movies.
Oh yeah.
We do love our Austin Powers here.
We'll have to
The
talk about
first
that.
one is really good.
That and Wayne's World. I love Wayne's World as well. More than
Haven't
Austin
watched it.
Powers, which is hard to top.
I'm trying to think of all because again, I've said this before. I'm not like the movie guy in this group, so I don't watch
I
a lot of
am.
movies. So I'm trying to think of like everything I've ever watched over the course of my entire life.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Yeah. Both the Monty Python movies are, well, Monty Python's Life of Brian and Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Those are both pretty good. I do like Life of Brian a good deal. But again, also, that's like, I honestly never understood this, but apparently there's like a big difference between like American humor and British humor.
Yeah.
And I've never gotten it because I've always thought that the Monty Python stuff is like hilarious.
It is.
But like, I guess that maybe my humor is just British humor. Because British humor is like very upfront jokes that are like the comedian, the person doing the jokes doesn't show that they're funny. They act like completely serious in the moment. And I guess apparently American audiences, it's like that thing where it's like, there's nothing telling me to laugh. How do I read this? There are no pictures. Like,
I think it's kind of like the thing with like I think you should leave as like a modern Monty Python a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like it's like British comedy, supposedly, this is like the difference is British comedy takes itself seriously when doing the comedy, and that makes it funnier to me. Because it's like, look at these people that are being serious in this overly comedic moment
Mhm.
where they shouldn't be serious at all.
Well, it's like the Ministry of Funny Walks bit. That's hilarious because they don't break
Yes.
while they're flailing around.
Yes, exactly.
And then when they do break, it's even funnier.
I haven't watched it in a really long time because this was one of the ones that like, oh, The Death of Stalin is also really good. I just thought about that one. Death of Stalin is more recent. It came out in 2017, I think. 2017 it came out, and it's about the death of Stalin. And the reason why I like it a lot is because it's both funny and extremely accurate to like what actually happened in history, barring a couple things.
So your favorite movie is?
That makes it even funnier because it's pretty accurate. I think it's probably going to have to go to Life of Brian, though. Monty Python's Life of Brian.
Understandable.
I was really hoping for Ratatouille to come in with the underdog sweep for his face.
I like when they're all crucified and one guy is saying, they sing a song about looking on the bright side of life when they're all literally crucified.
That is funny.
It made it into the musical.
Yeah. Never did watch that movie either, but
that's where the meme comes from of the "He is the Messiah."
Yeah.
That's where that comes from.
I know some about it just because of all the many eclectic memes that have survived from it, as well as is it the Roman Emperor's friend?
Oh yes.
Yes. That's where that bit is from.
Because the Roman Emperor has a lisp. I have a very good friend in world.
Yeah.
Because that's the funny part is that joke isn't even based off of his character's lisp.
No.
Yeah.
It's just funny because of the word, and then we bastardize it and sussus amogus.
And then he has a wife, you know.
She's called
Higa.
Higa.
Shout out to the creator that made that. I forget who you are, but good job.
Look it up. Not Bogus Dickus.
So, Pertuzzi, what's your favorite comedy movie?
For me? You shouldn't have.
Spine Apples.
Spine Apples. Thank you. My favorite comedy. I mean, I've seen quite a few. Not as much as you, Jordan, for sure. But let me think. I gotta say, my favorite comedy movie of all time is probably It Chapter 2, because of how laughably bad it did with critics.
It was very funny.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Token answer has to be Boo 2, a Medea Halloween.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm gonna do it.
No.
Toaster bath.
I don't know. See, when I'm thinking of what my very favorite comedy movie of all time is, I've seen some stuff that's made me laugh quite a bit, but I also like the comedy movies that make me laugh and make me think. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I can't think of a big one, like one of the biggest ones.
What do you mean by make you think? What do you mean by that?
Like it's got some commentary to it, yeah.
Okay, then you would probably like Dr. Strangelove a lot.
Yeah. I liked Airplane. It was really stupid, silly. I liked Animal House. It was really stupid and silly.
Yeah.
I watched, Guess Who's Back? The one where Hitler comes back.
That was really funny. Watch that one.
I haven't seen that.
Watch that one.
There's the meme that comes from that where Hitler discovers the internet and he sees some of the horrible stuff on there, and someone asks him, "What's wrong, mein Führer?" And he says, "It's just so beautiful," because he starts crying.
Oh my goodness.
I think that movie came out in 2014 too, so.
Velocipaster.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I need to watch that.
I do too.
I have no idea what Velocipaster is.
It's exactly what it says on the tin, yeah.
Okay.
Dead Duff Don't Eat. It's
Forrest Gump, I wouldn't call a comedy, I don't think.
That's the other thing. Like, we haven't defined what we're talking about, because there are some movies that are funny that are not primarily comedies, and then there are comedies that also are something else, and its genres are weird.
Yeah. I don't know.
But you can only pick one.
Yes.
Or two.
Jordan broke the rules.
But I was first, and I'm also the best because I'm a film major. So
if I think about a comedy movie that kind of like did more for me than make me laugh. Not only did it make me laugh, but it also like maybe taught me something or made me introspective. This is a weird kind of crazy pick, and it's probably not gonna stay my answer, but for now I'm gonna say Bo Burnham's 8th Grade.
I've never watched that.
I haven't watched that one either.
From 2018. It was when I first went to college. I went and watched it by myself in theaters, and I watched it, and not only was it really funny because it was cringe humor, don't get me wrong. Like one of the first scenes was a principal dabbing and trying to relate to the kids. And there's no laugh track or anything, so obviously I'm just sitting there like, like,
Yeah.
And it's a Bo Burnham, so also Insight could be a good contender, but I think I like this because it was more of a movie format.
Also, I feel like Inside's way more of a social commentary than
Yeah.
it's not comedy, but it definitely leans more social commentary than comedy.
Yeah. 8th Grade it had a lot of humor to it, but it also had a lot of serious moments. And that was one of the first times where I started thinking about my high school career and my middle school career. And I was like, man, how I used to be, how I've grown from then. But it also made me laugh because there were moments in there, like the main character is getting online and posting YouTube videos and is also into fan fiction and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, this really do be what it was like. Like, it felt like a realistic portrayal. But
that made me cringe because it made me think of myself.
Exactly.
Yeah, same.
I'm in this movie and I don't like it.
That's how I felt. But then it also, I don't want to spoil it, but later on there's a very serious part that deals with some of the, because middle school age, 8th grade age is a delicate time where you're becoming more of an adult, and there's a part later where there's some consequences for some actions that the main character faces that almost gets her into some serious trouble. And I'm like, wow, that could have ruined her life in an instant. And that's how I'm sure several people feel. So not only did it make me laugh because of it being funny, but also was like, man, how crazy it is to be growing up in these times. So that's going to be my answer for now. But I still think Boo to a Medea Halloween might be funnier.
I'm going to do it.
He's been trying to get us to watch this movie for over a year now.
You don't even know. I'm getting them. Hold up.
Didn't you get to Taryn? Didn't you make Taryn watch it, or was that Hubie Halloween?
I was going to, but we couldn't find it online because it was on, what's it called, Peacock? So we ended up watching Hubie Halloween. But I mean, I always got that MF and thing on me, bro.
My God. I forgot that you bought them.
I will always have these right here. So just remember, every time we're playing D&D on Zoom, Boo and Boo 2 are but a few inches away from your faces on my screen.
Oh,
is that a threat?
I don't think so, but I could make it one if you'd like.
I don't want them to be that
Promise?
close. Out of the kindness of your heart, can you move them away? No,
I just did, so.
Get away.
So those are our favorite movies. But it's not very funny to talk about our favorite because we're actually passionate about that. What's some of the dumbest comedy you've ever seen that you're like, this is a straight dumpster fire?
The Room. I have seen that movie so many times, and it gets funnier every time.
The Room is funny because it's bad.
It's hilarious.
It's funny because of how
funniest shit I've ever seen.
What
we still need to watch that.
Swear
yes,
there was
you
something
do.
I had in mind for this that I can't think of now. Where it's
Me
like
too.
just so bad
I
and
mean,
dumb that it's funny because
Velocipaster.
of that. I feel like there was something we watched together, Pertusa, you and me, that we were like, wow, this is so bad
yeah.
that it's funny. But I can't remember what it is.
I know Taryn and I did that with Hubie Halloween, where like 5 minutes in, we went from being like, okay, this is kind of funny, to wow, this is bad, to it's so bad it's funny. Like in the first 5 minutes. And then we just became stands for it.
I hate that. Get that taste out of my mouth. Oh.
Tommy Wiseau from The Room.
Comedic genius.
We should talk about that. We need to talk about that.
Mastermind.
Fight him.
I honestly, if he didn't charge well over $500,000 for appearances on things, I would Twitter DM him right now and ask him to be on the podcast.
Like, he doesn't. Are you sure he does?
No, because the theater that I go to for room showings tried to get him to come to their anniversary room showing, and he was way too expensive.
Like, we've watched. Well, I know enough about the room because I've seen so many clips of it and reviews of it, but I haven't watched the whole film. But
I've watched it many, many, many times.
what?
I've seen it like twice.
What's with his dialogue, dude?
I
Like,
don't
that's
He
know.
wrote it.
the question. He wrote it.
He
said
did
it.
write it. He wrote the entire script and he directed it himself.
How? What?
It's not true. I did not write it. It's bullshit.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh,
I
hi,
did not
Mark.
write it. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
And then there's the
So, anyways, how is your sex life?
yeah, or you're my favorite customer, Johnny. Oh, hi, doggy.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's the okay. During the room showings, everybody,
Hi,
we do
doggy.
a thing when that scene comes up. Usually, me will scream in the theater, "Everybody, shut the fuck up!" And it's dead silent in the theater for that entire scene. And then once it's over, we all stand up and clap.
That just makes me think of that time we were at a con and there was the panel for Hasbin Hotel and everyone said, "I can suck your dick" in unison together.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
think I got sent to hell for a
True
brief
connection.
second when that happened. Like my mind mentally connected and I saw the horrors.
You saw Husband Hotel.
Yeah. But
God.
he's done other movies since, hasn't he?
He has. There's one other one that he did, and I cannot remember.
Let me look
what
up
it
his
was called.
IMDb. Tommy Wiseau.
I think it's called Best Friends.
That sounds right.
I think it's called Best Friends because I think it's also starring the same guy that played Mark.
Tommy
Because they
Wiseau,
were friends in
IMDb.
real life, and I think they are still friends in real life.
His picture on his IMDb is not a good picture.
He's
Oh
very
my
funny on Twitter.
God.
He retweeted me
I'm
one time, and it was the
sending you
best day of my
guys-
entire life.
I'm sending you guys this fucking picture. This is his IMDb picture. I'm putting it in the.
Whoa, I see it. I see it.
Oh my!
I know.
Oh
I
my
already know what it looks
gosh.
like. No, because I tweeted about the room one time whenever I went to a room showing, and he retweeted me the next morning, and that is my claim to fame.
He looks
Everyone
like
who's
my
listening to
coworker.
this, go look up Tommy Wiseau's IMDb right now to see this picture. Oh my God. Okay. He was in
Yeah, I see
The Room.
Best Friends.
The
Mhm.
Room 2003. That's a movie. And then we got TV series, short TV series, music video. Samurai Cop 2, Deadly Vengeance. Cold Moon, TV series, short. Best Friends, but the R is in parentheses for some reason.
Because it's like Best Fiends.
It is.
Yeah.
The Disaster Artist, Best Friends Volume 2.
Do you see that what I'm seeing on his IMDb right now?
Hmm.
Nerdist
Whoa.
presents TV miniseries, what role he played?
Yes.
I'm not
Excuse-
looking at it.
The Dark Knight.
Oh yeah, there was a campaign for him to be the Joker.
And then his Joker audition tape.
Yep.
I'm the Joker, baby. That's me.
And then he's currently filming something else right now.
He
Yeah,
is
Big Shark. It's called Big Shark.
Yep.
Let me click on it and see what it's.
That
Three
makes my heart
firefighters
happy.
must save New Orleans from a shark attack. And
He
it's
made Jaws
called
better.
Big
Better.
Shark.
It's just better Jaws because it was made by Tommy Wiseau. I may sound sarcastic. I genuinely love this man's filmography.
What if instead of Tommy Wiseau being the savior of this film, he played the big shark?
I would love that.
Also, I didn't realize that The Room had such a serious cover.
It's not a
Yeah.
comedy. It is
not at
a
all.
serious drama
Yeah.
about relationships.
Well, it tried.
It
to be
tried.
Well, the actual storyline is heartbreaking. It's the actual storyline. It is very much supposed to be very tense drama about relationships and the crumbling of relationships and interpersonal relationships. It's so much more than that.
Oh man.
That man will forever remain an enigma to me.
Why did they use that as his IMDb picture?
I
I don't
don't
get
know.
it. It's
You
so
upload
bad.
your own IMDb photo most
Why
of the
did he
time.
use that as his IMDb
That's the
photo?
worst.
That's like the worst picture of him I've ever seen.
There are worse.
Oh, what a guy. But he's not the only famous name in comedy.
He's not?
He's not, believe it or not.
Oh my God.
There's like at least 3 famous names in comedy. And I want to talk about a big one.
Mhm.
I want to talk about young Adam Sandler. I want to talk about this man.
Oh yeah, the star of Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah.
But not the star of Hotel Transylvania for Hotel Transformania.
I'm not. Is that true? Is that confirmed?
No, he wasn't in it. It's a different
Okay.
guy.
Okay.
I
was actually
watched
curious.
it.
I didn't watch the 4th one. I watched 1 through 3.
I don't think I've seen the 3rd one, but I watched 1, 2, and 4.
So, how familiar are you guys with the works of Adam Sandler?
Vaguely.
Vaguely, yeah.
I've seen The Wedding Singer. That's the big one that I know that I've seen.
What's
I
the
know some of his
one-
comedy stuff.
What's the
Yeah.
one that's like children's books and everything they say
Bedtime
actually
stories. I
Bedtime
have seen
stories.
bedtime
I've
stories.
seen
That one
that
was
one.
cute.
But it's not like actually magic or anything. It's just a bunch of coincidences.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched quite a few of his because when I was growing up, I've talked before about how me and my parents are. They kind of loved his movies and they thought they were hilarious. Like all of those guys, like what's his name, Kevin James
Mhm.
and Adam Sandler. My mom didn't really care for him, but my dad thought he was the funniest thing on the planet. So I watched him too. So I've seen like Grown Ups, I've seen Click, I've seen Bedtime Stories, I've seen Grown Ups 2, I've seen Little Nicky, I've seen
Hubie Halloween.
Hubie Halloween,
We need to watch
Billy
8
Madison.
Crazy Nights at some
Billy
point.
Madison. I watched Happy Gilmore. Oh, Happy
Mhm.
Gilmore is great. We do need to watch 8 Crazy Nights, the animated Adam Sandler feature.
Yes.
I've watched, believe it or not, I've watched Jack and Jill, where Adam Sandler plays him and his twin sister.
I have never seen that one.
I've seen a lot of Adam Sandler movies, and I can confidently say, also Jack and Jill is where Dunkachino came from.
Oh God.
That's
I
where
automatically hate it.
Dunkachino came from.
I
Yes,
automatically
yes,
hate it.
because in the movie, Jack, the male Adam Sandler character, is like trying to be like a businessman that organizes people to come do commercials for the company he works for, which is Dunkin'. Can you figure out who sponsored this movie? And he's trying to get it all together and he's struggling. And then his sister comes along and throws a wrench into plans, and his family's like, "Oh, you're tearing our family apart because you focus too much on work."
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Yeah. It's a very simple plot, and then at the very end of the credit scene, while the credits are rolling, it's his successful commercial he got together with Al Pacino, the Dunkachino commercial.
I did not know that.
Yep,
Now I gotta watch Dunkachino again.
with the new context in mind.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Maybe that's
I
what we need
just
to do.
thought it was an actual Dunkin' Donuts commercial.
That's what I thought
No.
too.
No, it was not.
Well, I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah, they definitely did pay for it, so.
It didn't air on television, but it's definitely a Dunkin' ad.
But yeah, I've watched a lot of them, and I can safely say, for all those like trash ones that people complain about, yeah, they are all the same for sure. Like they're all the same. And if you don't like Adam Sandler being silly and stupid and slapstick humor, you're not gonna like him because there are no punchlines hardly at all, and there are several failed attempts at drama. I also watched the 2016 one that had Shaq in it. Oh, what was it like? It was him and Drew Barrymore.
The top comment on the Dunkachino video is, "I'm still convinced Adam Sandler blackmailed him into doing this."
Exactly. I can't remember, but despite those things, he's also like a fantastic actor when he wants to be.
Doesn't he have an Oscar?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, because there's the clip of him going, "Now those guys have to be the guy that lost to Adam Sandler."
I mean, he got his start on SNL like a lot of comedians, but he was kind of funny, and then his humor was kind of like Gen X humor, I guess, is what I would say.
Oh yeah, he got the Oscar for Uncut Gems.
And then he
Uncut
makes
Gems.
Yeah. He randomly comes out with like great movies out of nowhere sometimes. Like The Wedding Singer. And then there's another one that he did.
Or wait, did he get? No, no, he got snubbed for Uncut Gems, and people are upset about
He
it.
does have an Oscar though.
Yeah, I think what's that one where he's like a director, but he's like disillusioned with the film series.
List of awards and nominations received by Adam Sandler. He has won. Oh no, he won. Oh, this is Independent Spirit Awards.
Oh.
Oscar. I want Oscar.
Oscar Mayer.
Wiener.
Dang it. Adam Sandler joke?
I don't think he has. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. No, no Oscars.
And what am I thinking of? Because there is that clip. You guys know the audio clip that I'm thinking of.
He's got People's Choice Awards.
That might be what it is.
He's got Teens Choice Awards. He's got Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards.
Of course.
He's got the National Board of Review gave him Best Actor for Uncut Gems. He's got MTV Movie Awards. He's got Hollywood Film Award. He's got the Gijon International Film Festival. He's got an award from that. He's got a lot of golden raspberries.
That's funny.
He's got a lot of worst actors. He got worst actress for Jack and Jill.
That's funny.
He got everything he was nominated for a golden raspberry for Jack and Jill. He won. He's got Boston Society Film Critics Awards, CinemaCon Award, singular, Independent Spirit. He's got an award.
Jordan, the clip you're thinking about is him saying it would be funny if all those people had to lose to Adam Sandler.
I would laugh.
Yeah.
It would be funny. I'd laugh.
That was a stacked year for film too, though. 2019. That was Parasite year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I watched Uncut Gems. I don't think either of you have you?
I remembered before it came out, you said you thought it was Oscar bait.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it felt. And I still agree with that. It was a very, very artsy film. It was not a comedy by any stretch.
But was it good?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Yeah. Because that's what I've heard from everyone is they were like, Adam Sandler actually did like a good role and was good.
The problem with all of his movies that he does where he's a comedy is he's just himself. He
does the same character, yeah.
Adam Sandler.
And he also directs all those too.
Mm-hmm.
However, in that one is directed by two brothers that I believe are like super duper artsy. And in that they had him play a character, a guy that was obsessed with gambling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you know how an action movie, whenever you watch an action sequence, you're like on the edge of your seat and you're like, whoa, checking that out. Mm-hmm. That movie makes you feel this way without any action scenes because he's always gambling. Like he's in debt. He's in the mafia is going to kill him. And he will go put his money into basketball gambling because he believes if he just gets one more big hit, he'll be set for life. And you're sitting there like, bro, stop it. Like
you gotta walk away.
Yeah, and it's so on edge. Like the people will have a gun to his head and he'll still be like, wait, I just need time. I just need money. And
my goodness.
It's so tense. Like it is not for the faint of heart because it's anxiety inducing, like a great deal.
I just need money.
But he does a great job acting the character too. He feels like that character, which is impressive. Because he can just sometimes bust out a great acting role. He's kind of like, he's like some of those other mysterious.
He's like Adam Sandler.
No, he's like, I think he has the same effect as like Jim Carrey.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not a huge fan of Jim Carrey's like super comedic stuff. I love Jim Carrey in dramas. I love Jim Carrey in The Truman Show. And also The Majestic is one of my favorite Jim Carrey. It's my favorite Jim Carrey role ever. Him in The Majestic is amazing.
The Truman Show, I really liked his Truman Show, but I also really liked his the one that everybody says is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I always forget about Eternal Sunshine. Yeah,
that was a complete about face for his career because he had been like that was him in the height of his comedy stuff, and he just turns around and busts out a drama performance about relationships and damaged minds.
Well, have either of you seen The Majestic?
No, I haven't watched that one.
It's really good. It's my favorite Jim Carrey movie, and he's still kind of funny because they're like it's one of those movies where like there are laughing moments, but it's not. But it's about a man. He's a Hollywood writer, and he gets into a car crash and washes up on a beach and has no memory of who he is, and is basically adopted by this town who thinks he's the long lost son of the man who owns the movie theater. And so he puts all of this work into the community and builds relationships with people in the community and rebuilds this movie theater and brings it back to its former glory. And then his former life comes back to bite him in the ass, and pulls him away from this wonderful life that he's built. And so he has to grapple with this idea of like, if he didn't remember who he was he lying to these people that he's now met and come to love? And it's a really good movie.
See, isn't that crazy? These comedian actors just jump out of nowhere with these serious, deep movies that you have to ponder and think about. Like, and they usually do it so well when they do too.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like they straight up lived it or something. Of course, I know Jim Carrey also has a very divisive thing in the media and stuff because he has very strong opinions on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But as I recall, he went through some severe tragedies, like in the late 2000s or early 2010s, that kind of caused him to get a little outrageous. And now he's back playing Dr. Robotnik in the Sonic movies.
Yeah, he does really good as Dr. Robotnik.
He does, is the weirdest thing.
I love him as Dr. Robotnik. Oh my god. When's the second Sonic movie coming out?
I think it's this year, isn't it?
Questions
late
I never
this
thought
year?
I'd hear.
I want to see it. He is the main reason I want to see it. I want to see him as Dr.
Understandable.
Robotnik.
That was really the only reason I wanted to watch the first one.
I remember when we watched the first one, we went into it expecting it to be like mediocre, and we came out of it like, it wasn't the best movie ever, but it was pretty entertaining. It was pretty fun. It was
That's
far
the
as video
gold
game
standard for
movies.
movies. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be good. It has to be fun to watch.
It has to be fun to watch, and for video game movies that historically have like most of the time always flopped, it did a good job.
Yeah.
It did a good job.
I think
God,
Jim
don't get me
Carrey was the pick.
started. Don't get me started on the Doom movies.
Oh my gosh.
But yes, Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey was the best pick ever for Robotnik they could have done.
and
And also, I like that they started him off like not as the Robotnik from the games, and that movie was him transitioning
Yes.
into the unhinged
Damn it, now I'm gonna
Dr.
go have to watch
Robotnik from the
Sonic.
games.
I'm gonna have to watch
Yes.
Sonic.
yes,
It's
you
not
are.
a bad watch, Jordan. I think
Well,
you'll enjoy it.
How weird is it that somehow, well, I don't know about the numbers, but to me, how weird is it that the Sonic movie is getting the sequel before the Detective Pikachu movie? Like,
I never watched Detective Pikachu.
I did.
Out of principle, I didn't.
principal.
Was
Well,
it
it's
any
because
good?
it's like- Oh my goodness.
It was not. It was
Okay, that's what I've heard.
That's why I didn't watch it.
The effects were pretty darn good. Like the bringing the Pokemon to life was pretty good. The problem was the story and casting Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
That was the big thing. I'm like, I really like Ryan Reynolds, but as the characters that Ryan Reynolds play have a very specific type,
Mhm.
I don't think of Pikachu,
Yeah,
but I
don't?
think of Deadpool.
I think of Pikachu first.
It would have been a better movie, honestly, if it just went around saying Pika, Pika. No offense to him. You know, Ryan Reynolds is pretty good with Deadpool and other stuff, just depending on which Deadpool you're talking about. But I don't know. The story was weird because it didn't feel like a Pokemon story. I know it was Detective Pikachu and it was based on the Detective Pikachu stuff. But if I'm gonna watch a Pokemon movie, I want to see the Pokemon, not a cold case sleuth detective film like
Didn't-
noir.
Didn't they also commit acts of violence and arson against Mr. Mime?
Well, he deserves it.
He
To this
does.
day. That abomination.
That he gets that for existing.
I think, or she. I can't remember if Mr. Mime can come in a female gender in the game.
Well, he can.
It is funny because the Pokemon name is still Mr. Mime.
That's
Even
not what
if-
he's talking about.
That's not what I'm talking about.
That's not what he's talking about.
Dang. I'm gonna look that part up now though. I'm curious.
You're gonna look that part up now?
No, not that part.
Rule
Oh my goodness.
30.
Maybe we answer this question after the show.
Whoa. Okay, I did figure it out, but anyway. But yeah,
I'm
like
looking as well because I'm curious now.
And I also feel
Yeah,
like,
there can be women. There can be
Yeah.
women, Mr. Mimes. They're just all Mr. Mime.
I was hoping you would just end it as there can be women.
There's at least one.
I feel like Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler also have similar energy to Nick
Mhm.
Cage.
I think Nick Cage is a class all his own.
He
I-
is, but they're
Well,
like a
he's
step
like-
below.
Nicolas Cage is like unhinged in real life.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he is actually a little cuckoo in real life, which I think helps to, which is honestly astounding considering like how many Nick Cage has definitely had his flops, but he's also had like his really good movies that he's done.
Yeah,
which
Willy's
is astounding
Wonderland.
because
Yeah.
he's always been like crazy. I think.
I'm still convinced that Willy's Wonderland is a documentary. Like
Oh my
they,
God,
they
Willy's
just set up
Wonderland.
the camera
So
and
funny.
let him go.
That is a good one. Imagine, for a moment, if you will, imagine with me a film starring Keanu Reeves, Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey, and Nicolas Cage.
What is this dynamic?
I need to see it. I
I
need
don't
to
even
see that.
know. I don't know if it's even possible. I feel like if you put them together, it's like going into the Hadron Collider and the whole
You
world's
might
gonna blow
explode,
up.
yeah.
They're the
But-
A team.
The B team.
Oh my god.
We found them.
That's
Keanu
another-
Reeves is the leader because he's the one that's actually been like an action hero before, and then all the others are Nick Cage. Nick Cage is the leader.
Oh no. It's just
Dear
Vivia
God.
3.
Oh no, it is. Oh no.
I have to be the leader because the other three aren't good at talking.
Uh-huh.
It's
Uh-huh.
like it's kind of like The Hangover, where you just got these, like, I feel like the
These
elevator
bumbling
pitch,
idiots.
yeah, like it's just like the elevator pitch for the Hangover films is like, what if we got 3 comedy actors made, or 4, I think it is,
Mhm.
threw them together for the whole movie, and then had one of them had a baby with them the whole time.
No, that is just Vivia 3.
That's Vivia 3.
That's just Vivia 3.
Taryn's the baby.
There's the baby.
I believe it is 3 protagonist comedy actors because the 4th one gets killed.
Oh.
I'm
it's still
pretty
Taryn.
sure.
It's- okay.
And then because at first I was like, oh, he's talking about Wu, I think his name's Wu, the antagonist, who is also played by a comedy actor. But then I was like, wait, no, if he's talking about it being Vivia, he means all of them. But yeah.
See, if we're on the topic of Keanu, that's another comedy movie we can talk about, the Bill and Ted series. I love
I
Bill
haven't
and Ted.
watched them.
I love Bill and
I haven't
Ted.
watched it either.
I'm so dude, this summer, y'all. We're
It's your job to watch movies, Jordan.
I know.
I'm
Well,
like the
also,
TV and anime guy.
My folks are also big movie people too. So like
Yeah.
we watch a lot of movies in this house. I love Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted is so funny. It does not hold up now. But it kind of does because they made a new one recently. And
Yeah.
it was not as bad as I thought it would be. It was still quite funny.
How about this? For every good movie that you let us watch, I pick one awful movie for us to watch.
Oh dear God. I'm
Well,
afraid to enter into
immediately the
disagreement.
first one is gonna be
Boo.
Hubie Halloween.
I thought you were gonna say Boo would be the first one
That's-
that you were making us watch.
That's the master course. You ain't ready for that one until you get to the 5,000
Yeah,
level.
that's gonna be like after 3 or 4. We're gonna
Oh
watch.
God.
He's just
We
gonna
gotta
have
be a
us watch
couple drinks
all
in.
of the Medea movies. It's
I
gonna
wouldn't do
start
that.
with Hubie Halloween, and then after that, it's just all the Medea movies.
Oh God.
We do gotta talk about Tyler Perry and Medea as well, because
Do we?
we kind of have to, because it's my thing.
Yeah, true.
I love the Medea movies, for those of you listening at home. They're hilarious. And by the Medea movies, I mean the only 2 that are funny. Boo and Boo 2. The rest I've tried to watch, I think they take themselves too seriously, but the Halloween ones are just silly and stupid, plus it's Halloween.
Well,
They don't
'cause
worry about drama.
Aren't the other ones dramedies? Like
Yes,
they're-
because there's
yeah.
like funerals and family infighting and divorces, and I'm like, Do you know what this is? Do you know what movie you're in right now?
Medea Halloween.
But that's the thing. Boo and Boo 2 spend too much time trying to be like, get it, it's Halloween as well, that they're too busy to include drama.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
So I love them. Even though, but not because they're good. They're also kind of like Adam Sandler movies for me, where they're just so stupid, but they actually are funny, unlike the Adam Sandler.
I think that might have been the one I was thinking about when I said it was something that we have watched together. I think I might have been thinking about Willy's Wonderland, where I was like, this is so bad that it's so good.
It's so good.
Like that one even is so bad that it's so good that I, in my head, don't actually think it's bad. I'm actually like, it's just good.
I mean, you can't get much better than Nick Cage fucking a pinball machine.
Bro, I just thought of it. The whole B team that we had before, keep them. The main antagonist, Tommy Wiseau.
Yes. 100%. I can get behind this.
I just like Tom and Jerry. Tom yelled.
Yeah.
Tommy Wiseau.
What would it even? Dungeons and Dragons, the movie.
Ouroboros. We've come back to the beginning.
Think about it, right? You got the party.
I'm thinking, all right.
And then you have the BBEG, Tommy Wiseau. Don't tell me he couldn't do it.
Oh, he could. He could be okay. So if we're talking about a Dungeons and Dragons movie, we use the template from the cartoon, and Tommy Wiseau is Venger, and then who plays Tiamat is the question.
Probably also Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
It's a callback. It's just
like Adam Sandler plays a human polymorphed version of Bahamut, and
Tiamat,
the non-polymorph version of Tiamat. So they're still brother and sister again.
Oh my god.
Now it's more like 8 Crazy Nights again, where it's an animated feature, and he voices several characters.
Oh man.
Wait, okay, but in this scenario, going off of the cartoon, who plays Dungeon Master?
Nick Cage. His character is a DMPC.
Just called Dungeon Master?
Yeah. That'd be funny. That's something he would do, I think. Or his character would be Nick Cage. That's the name of his DMPC.
You must come with me on this journey. We're going to defeat Tiamat. What's your name, traveler?
Dungeon Master.
Nick Cage.
At our table, we don't have a Dungeon Master. We have a Nick Cage. We call him our NC. He would do it too.
North Carolina?
Yes. He would be asked to be referred to only as Nick Cage, the character and the player. Or
only as NC.
That would get so confusing.
It would.
It would get so confusing.
Gosh, what a cast of characters. Are there any other like comedy actors that have become like cult figures?
Mike Myers.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about Wayne's World and Austin Powers. You definitely got to mention Mike Myers.
I don't know what he's been up to for a while now, but I don't think he's like those others where he's gone off the deep end.
He was in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, he also did the Super Bowl commercial.
True. Yeah. I remember that.
He was also in a series of Grubhub ads. Him and Dana Carvey came back and did a bunch of Grubhub ads as Wayne and Garth from
I remember that.
Wayne's World.
But that's the thing. He doesn't seem like he's gone off the deep end like those other actors at some point have.
I think when you're Austin Powers, there's not much deeper to go.
Oh, there's always deeper to go. Yeah, baby.
I hate it here.
Powers because it's Austin Powers.
I'll make you horny, baby.
No.
I would hope not.
That's the thing too. Everyone, I don't know about everyone, but I feel like either we've talked about it before. No, it was us. Yeah, it was us, wasn't it? We talked about Austin Powers being a paladin.
Yes.
For a new oath.
I don't know if it was on the podcast though. I think
I think this was whenever we were watching them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because last summer we got together and we watched all of the Austin Powers movies.
With a special funny
caveat. Is a paladin, you can't change our minds.
Yeah. New oath. What was it? What did we call it again?
Oath of Throwing It Back. I think we stole it from One Shot Questers.
No.
We stole it from One Shot Questers.
No. It's it was like, it wasn't Oath of Freedom, was it?
No, it was something about, I don't remember.
Not the oath of throwing it
What
back.
he talks about it in the thing. He's like, it's about going and fighting against the man, baby.
I know exactly what you're talking about,
Is
and I
it
can't remember. what it is.
Mojo?
Well, that sounds pretty good. Oath of
That was
Mojo.
funny.
Because that's what he lost his mojo. That's what he loses. Is his
Wasn't it
mojo.
like Oath of Sexual Liberation or something?
Maybe.
It was something funky.
Yeah.
The oath of
groovy.
grooviness.
Yeah.
There you go. AKA the oath of throwing it back. Thank you, One Shot Questers.
Yes.
But he obviously he did Shrek, so he was like.
Was it the
prolific.
oath of Shagadelic?
Maybe. We might have done that, yeah.
He did Shrek. He was in Wayne's World.
Wayne's
You know, the
World is
Austin
still
Powers.
superior. I love Austin Powers, but Wayne's World is the superior
Yeah.
Mike Myers movie.
You've
also got So I Married an Axe Murderer, Love Guru.
Yeah.
What are the other ones?
He also did make a comeback in the newest Space Jam movie. For a
He
scene.
did?
For a scene, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
As Shrek?
No, as Dr. Evil.
Oh my god.
You guys didn't watch the new Space Jam, did you?
Mm-mm.
This is barely spoilers because it happens like 40 minutes into the movie. Man, probably not even, probably like 30. They have decided that they have to go get all the tunes together, and Mike Myers is playing Dr. Evil in the Austin Powers universe, which is Warner Brothers property, because that's what it was all about. Yeah. So Elmer Fudd decides he's going to reside in the Austin Powers universe as Mini-Me.
Oh my god.
And so they what's the basketball player that was in that? I feel bad, but I don't know. Levi, help.
I don't either.
What am I looking?
What's the basketball player in the new Space Jam?
The new Space Jam? Is it LeBron?
I think, is it?
Or is it
It might.
I think it might be LeBron.
I thought LeBron.
I think
was
it's
in the new
LeBron.
one.
Yeah, I think you're right. Him and Bugs decide that they gotta go get. They're getting Elmer Fudd from
Yes.
Dr.
Oh
Evil.
my god.
It's LeBron in the new one, yeah.
A sentence I did not think I would say even 2 years ago. LeBron and Bugs go get Elmer Fudd from Dr.
Evil. I love the imagery of him as Mini-Me though. That's hilarious.
It was good. It was good. And at that point it was still hand-drawn animated, so
Dr. Evil.
Smoking a pancake.
Wait, are we talking about the old Space Jam or the new Space Jam?
New
The new
Space
one.
Jam.
Okay,
The
then
one was
yes.
Michael Jordan.
Yes.
I remember that because of the joke in the new Space Jam about Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah.
It was so good.
I don't care about Space Jam. Who Framed Roger Rabbit did it first and did it better.
That's true.
Another great comedy.
Yes. We could talk about animated comedies, but I almost feel like that's a whole episode in and of itself.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. So
They do got some good ones out there.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe that Spider-Man is dating Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I know. Tragic.
What?
MJ.
I
MJ.
know, I got the joke, but it's not funny.
Where's the funny? I'm looking for it.
Oh look, it's time for my scheduled laugh.
You have to pay
Just so
Dylan
happy to
royalties for that.
coincide that. Yeah.
It's so weird that it coincided with that joke you just made.
Now, the last thing that we always do because we have to do it. This is getting weird. I don't care though, because this is what we're here for. You asked for this, listeners.
Did they?
No, they
Did
didn't.
they?
I
No.
thought you just came up with this.
Did
I did.
I?
We have to make D&D builds for these real people
No.
actors.
Well, we've already assumed what Michael Myers is. But also,
Michael
are we gonna do?
Myers?
Oh my God! Did I just say Michael Myers?
I didn't know that was an option.
Do you mean Mike Myers, Michael Myers, or Michael Myers?
Mike Myers. Sorry, because I said Michael Jordan, it was making me think of Michael. Unless we are doing all of his characters and not just blanketing him as Austin Powers.
Oh,
Well, but he was also Cat in the Hat.
Okay.
And he was also Dr. Evil.
And Shrek.
And he was Wayne in Wayne's World.
And Shrek and Wayne in Wayne's World.
Although I think Wayne's easy because I think Wayne and Garth are bards.
But like, what's Dr. Evil?
Dr. Evil.
He's part of the
is
Powers family, so is he actually
true.
just
By
another
the-
paladin?
By the end of the third movie, he's not evil.
Yeah. He's Dr. Good.
I was gonna say artificer, but he doesn't really build his own tech. He owns the
No.
company that builds the tech.
He's not charismatic. We learned that from his
No.
backstory. Until he got the mojo.
What is he?
Evil.
Evil.
Until he isn't.
Evil. Evil.
He's Shanae is what he is.
I think he's just a Oath of Conquest paladin.
Whoa.
His patron is evil. And
think-
he wants to take over stuff and get money. So he's an Oath of Conquest paladin.
Okay, but the big question is, what the fuck is gold member?
Dutch. Isn't that so funny and weird?
Some kind of bard, I think.
Really?
Bro, I don't-
Yes.
He's so unsettling.
Exactly.
He's got no charisma. No
Well,
charisma.
actually, to be fair, the way that D&D defines charisma isn't necessarily charm.
Yeah.
It is like the "hey, look at me" quality, and you definitely can't
That's
look away
true.
from gold member.
Smoking a pancake.
He did have a gold member, so
he
Did have a gold member.
I'll give
also
him-
ate skin flakes.
I'll give him bardship. He did do that too.
Not all bards have to be charming people. They can be weird. Jeez,
He's
stop
like-
gatekeeping.
Gaslight
bestie.
gatekeep girl boss.
Go off. I feel like Scott evil.
Scott.
He is definitely gonna be a chaotic evil
Something.
wizard.
Yeah, wizard. Yeah.
By the time he's through.
Or he's a warlock and Dr. Evil is his patron.
Nobody hates him.
I know, that's why
Mini
it's
Me
funny.
is
Oh.
Dr. Evil's familiar.
Simulacrum.
No, that's
Fail-
Mini Me.
both?
Mini Me is a failed simulacrum.
Yeah, he's
A
both.
homunculus.
Homunculus.
Yeah.
No, and then Mr. Bigglesworth is the familiar.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Forgot about Mr. Bigglesworth.
Forgot about him. Yeah.
How dare you
Um,
forget about Mr. Bigglesworth?
But then, nah, I'm good with that. Everyone knows what Shrek is, and Cat in the Hat.
Do we?
Yeah, Jordan,
What?
you look like you have something to say.
I was thinking because we were talking about charisma and bards, and so then I thought about the rap video in the middle of the third Austin
Oh.
Powers movie.
It's a hard knock life. Shrek is. I'm gonna say Shrek is a fighter.
I thought you were gonna say Shrek is. I'm gonna say Shrek.
I was gonna say barbarian, go full stereotype.
I'd say fighter. I agree with fighter. He's a fighter with a big heart. Because he does like go save. He's the stereotypical fighter. He goes and saves the princess.
He is the knight in
From-
shining armor.
from
yeah.
He
the
doesn't have any
castle.
magic for
And
sure.
yeah, he doesn't have
Mhm.
any magic, and he is a tavern brawler fighter because he just beats people up with his hands in that one scene.
Yeah. Wait, yo, hot take. He's a monk.
Oh.
He's a strength monk.
Well, also, Tavern Brawler is improvised weapons, isn't it? Not.
It is
Yeah.
improvised weapons,
Yeah.
not just your hands. He's the strunk.
He's the strong. That's why his name is Strong.
It is.
No, that's.
So
I
never
think.
watched
I
the
think
movie.
that's one of his kids. I think.
Oh. Duh.
Father.
Da.
And then Cat in the Hat is a tabaxi something.
No,
Artificer?
Cat in the Hat is an
I think-
archfey.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think the Cat
True.
in the Hat's an archfey.
glad
Dr.
we're on
Seuss
the same
episode
page.
coming soon.
Cat in the
make
Hat is
all
definitely
the
archfey.
Susical, the podcastical.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that sounded gross.
That I will not be doing Susical for a third time.
Podcastical. That's and then like you said, Wayne is probably Bard.
Hmm.
Bored.
So now we're just gonna go to the actors because they're prolific enough. We don't need to break down their roles. Nick Cage, crazy, 0 wisdom, 20 charisma.
Yeah.
Kinda strong.
Kind of strong. I'd say like
Kinda
probably a
dex.
17 or 18 in strength.
I think he's a hexblade. I think he's a hexblade.
Why?
Well, think about it. If we,
He's his own patron, though.
yeah, he's like Shiogorath. He's looped back around. Kind of.
He believes in himself so much.
he,
Pact of what do you want to call it? Narcissism.
there you go.
The narcissist.
He's kind of strong. He's kind of fast compared
He's
to the rest
also
of the
Ghost
actors.
Rider.
He's also he's Ghost Rider.
He's also Ghost Rider. Again, no special effects. He just does that.
Yeah, but he's super charismatic. And he did steal, what was it, the Declaration of Independence, or was it the
Yes,
Constitution?
it was
No,
the Declaration of
Independence.
Independence. That is
Yeah.
true.
He did steal that.
Which would only be possible with Misty Step.
But he does it without Misty Step in the movie.
That's what
I
they
don't think
want
you've
you to
watched.
think.
I don't think you've watched the movie, Levi.
I have several times.
I don't.
I think that's
I
I
you need
think
to watch
that's
it
my
again.
most viewed Nick Cage movie ever is oh god, what's it called? It's been so long. Oh god, what is it?
National Treasure.
National Treasure, yes.
And then if we go to his action-y films, he uses a weapon. He does not just punch with his fists.
Unless it's Willy's Wonderland.
Unless it's Willy's
Improvised
Wonderland.
weapons in Willy's Wonderland.
He's a Hexblade Warlock that didn't take Pact of the Blade, so he can't just teleport it to his hand, and thus took the Tavern Brawler feat.
Which gives him an increased con.
Yeah.
Which is it tracks.
And even though Pact of the Chain means a familiar that you get to keep with you, he's Pact of the Chain because of Ghost Rider, but he doesn't get the familiar. It's just a literal chain.
Wonderful.
It's either that or he has to be the DM again. I mean the NC.
I
Okay.
would pay to play Dungeons and Dragons with Nick Cage.
So then we've got Adam Sandler. What's Adam Sandler?
Ooh.
I think Adam Sandler's a mimic.
He's pretending to be a comedian. That's not fair. He can be
That's
funny.
not even what I meant by the joke.
That's wonderful.
Really funny.
Tangent. Okay. Since we mentioned mimics, this is very tangential. This will be very quick. Can a mimic be a dead body?
Totally.
Yes.
There you go.
Because dead
Okay.
body's an object.
Yep. That's what because a lot of people were like, a mimic can't mimic a person because a person is not an object, but a dead person is an object.
I saw some art of a mimic dead body the other day. It was horrifying.
Same. Was it the one where it was like coming out of the mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, Adam Sandler can play the ukulele,
Gesundheit?
and I think he can play a couple other instruments too. He's not bad at singing. But what if he's not a bard?
He just enjoys singing as a hobby. He's not a bard.
What if he just took proficiency in the ukulele?
He just has an instrument proficiency.
Yeah. But he's not ever like a strong guy, except for when he's Dracula. He's a Dampier. There you go.
Yeah.
Now I'm imagining Adam Sandler not animated, just dressed up as like Dracula.
He also did try to do one serious movie called The Cobbler, where he played, you'll never guess this, a cobbler.
What, peach, blueberry? What
No.
are we talking?
The shoe kind, the leather kind. So that's another proficiency he has is cobbling. Why another
Leather
proficiency?
cobbler.
That'd be cool. Shoe fixing.
What the fuck is he?
An enigma.
He's probably like a gross, horrible multi-class like Kazuma.
He's a rogue. He's just a rogue because he's got all those proficiencies and expertise, but no
He's
magic.
a half-elven rogue.
Yeah. That's
That
Adam
works.
Sandler.
Well, bards get half proficiency in everything, though, don't they?
True, but he has some definite things he's lacking in proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next is Jim Carrey.
Oh God, I forgot about Jim Carrey.
He's crazy as well.
Is this another one that we can just chalk up to Archfey?
I don't know. I'm trying to
He's wild.
sorcerer.
He's got a lot of decks to him. He might be a
That's
sorcerer.
true.
He might be innately magical.
That's-
If we're going
that's what
on
I'm
with his
thinking,
performance
yeah.
in The Mask,
That's
then
what I
yes,
was
he's
thinking
definitely
of.
a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like that really cool homebrew sorcerer subclass. It's not official. The like cartoon subclass.
Hmm.
All right, yeah.
I'm glad we're on
easy.
the same page because I was also thinking in terms of the mask. Yeah, no, he's a sorcerer.
He's a sorcerer with a high dex because he doesn't wear armor, so he can move around all those wild ways.
There
he
you
does.
go.
I'm immediately thinking of that gif of him typing at the keyboard from what was it
Yeah.
called? Bruce Almighty.
And then we've got, well, he's not really a comedian. We threw him in there because it was funny to have him in there with comedians. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, because he was a cult classic. He's like either an Oath of Redemption or just Oath of what's the cool guy one?
Oh, the Redemption is the one where you don't attack people ever. You only fight monsters.
Yeah, he's got to be that.
And then,
No,
I'd say in real life, I'd say he's probably Oath of Redemption.
based off Bill and Ted, I'm gonna go Chronology Wizard.
That's a sub. He's multi-class.
He's multi-classing.
But if you want to think of it in the wholesome way, he's an Oath of Redemption, and then he took chronology levels so he could go back in time to fix his mistakes
Oh,
or to save lives he couldn't save before.
I love that.
That's a Keanu move if ever I heard
That
one.
is.
And then lastly, we have Tommy Wiseau. What is that?
I think that
What
one's
is
another
that?
one we have to chalk up to Archfey.
What is that?
Or like
What
Great
the-
Old One.
If
Yeah,
you
I
give
was gonna
him your
say
name-
he's less Fey, more Eldritch.
Yeah.
He is the Great Pumpkin.
He's the Great
We brought it back to the beginning. Wait,
The
was
last
that last
episode.
episode? Yeah.
That's another episode.
Yeah, that's not even last episode. Oh,
The Great Wiseau.
if he's not the Great Old One, then maybe he's the Fathomless. You cannot imagine what he is.
I can see that.
And instead of a tentacle sprouting out, it's his hair.
Behold, I am the champion of my divine fathomless being, Marcus, and I cast before you a spell which will render you hopeless. Oh shit. Tommy,
That's your line.
it's not true. I did not. It's not true. I did not polymorph her. It's bullshit. I did not kidnap her. I did not.
Oh,
Oh, hi, Mark.
And there you have it, folks. Comedy movies, cult classics, and their builds. Make sure you tell your DMs exactly where you got these builds from so that way they can hate us.
Yes.
So that way
We'll
we
have
can
to-
then sue you guys for claiming our ideas as well as Wizards of the Coast.
Wizards, give us a job, please.
And if Wizards uses any of these ideas,
Please
again,
hire us. Please hire
internet
us.
proof right here in the podcast. I just slapped my headphones off my head.
Me, I'm Sue.
See, and then we're gonna have to do another comedy episode at some point. Just
Oh, there's so much more to
Keep this
talk
going.
about.
Wes Anderson episode.
Animated feature episode.
Wes Anderson episode.
I don't know if there's any other comedies to talk about. No, there's not. No other comedies have existed.
We named all of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you in the comments, you at home, tell us what build you would give to the people we listed, or tell us someone you want us to give a build to.
Or
We'll do
some
it.
some other comedian that you like and think is funny, good, haha, so good and
Yeah.
tasty.
Someone
Or
you
tell
think
us your
we
favorite
missed.
movie.
Yeah, that too.
No,
Favorite comedy movie.
I
Yeah,
don't
what
want to hear
fun
that.
is
And
today.
you can pick more than one.
No, you can't.
Only if you're Jordan.
You
which
will
might
lose
be.
my respect if you put more than one.
I didn't have that to begin with.
Thanks for watching.
No. Oh
I'm gonna play Apple Worm now.
no!
Hi, this is Jordan from Nat One Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode you just listened to, and we hope that you come back for more soon. If you'd like to keep up with the zany shenanigans of our lives and the different things that we do, you can find us on Twitter, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, Castbox, and Anchor. We look forward to seeing you again soon. And hey, thanks.